On the farm, apparently, our capacity is over 5,000 rabbits.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
The gestation period is 30 days, 30 to 31 days maximum.
Which is decent, really.
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to get about 5 at the end of the month.
That's why you can see that if you mate at the beginning of the month, by end of Feb or say maybe beginning 2nd of March, you can be able to see babies. And you are going to get a number of them.
We are still in Masaka on Lutaya Rabbitry Farm, and today we are going technical. We get to know how to run a rabbit farm, and then we also get to learn how to make the feed, you know, the pellets and the hay, how to keep them healthy and better, and maybe, just maybe, you will get to know more about the markets. It's been a while, but hey, it's the expert opinion right here. We are going to learn about rabbits in depth here with the expert that is a stay-in on the farm. This is quite the lucky farm, isn't it? Okay, let's start with, you know, where everyone else starts. When we are getting the bunnies, before we even buy them, we look at the housing and the facilities.
So first and foremost, you need to find land.
Yes.
Where you can place all these structures.
Of course.
So it is a point to consider before starting up a rabbitry farm. So to us here at Lutaya Rabbitry Farm, we thought it better to have such units.
Yes.
These are metallic making, 2 wooden making, like any other farms you've visited. So it is because of durability and the beauty and to keep off diseases, to keep disease-free farm. Because the wood can harbor some germs and you may not have a really clean.
Yes.
You may not clean it thoroughly.
It's harder to clean.
It is harder to clean the wood. So that is why you adopted here.
Yes. You mentioned diseases, so that takes us to the next thing, which is health.
Yes.
How do we keep the rabbits healthy and clean? Because to you this may look easy to clean, but someone else, you know, might not find it a little bit easier to clean. So how do we keep them healthy? How do we prevent the diseases? How do we keep the place clean? Because that's very, very key.
Thank you. So like any other animal, management is part of farms. If you fail in management, completely everything will fade out. So with the cleaning, thorough cleaning every day and disinfection, so there we can begin off like the way you entered this farm. We begin off with the biosecurity.
Yes.
And we also consider biosafety. But biosecurity is the key.
Very.
So we disinfect whoever comes inside this farm. We disinfect whoever enters the farm.
From the gate
we disinfect bicycles, we disinfect motorcycles, we disinfect cars, and to prevent, to cut off whatever you can be collecting from where you're coming from. I'm disinfecting, so we don't know where this bike has passed, so we need to disinfect it to not to bring in germs that can infect the car. So that is part of management. If you really manage your farm very clean, rabbitry is part of maintaining sanitation.
Yes.
When you fail maintaining the hygiene of the farm, you will be doing very well. There are a lot of diseases that happen in case you don't maintain because of
I hear
that
you.
areas.
I hear you.
Avoid water.
Now, feeding and nutrition, those are very key. Our people out there have to understand. We spoke to the farmer last week and we got to learn that he's very meticulous when it comes to how old the rabbit is, what it should eat, how many times it should eat, and the quantities. So those are all very key, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in depth, tell us more about nutrition and feeding when it comes to rabbits.
So with rabbits, we do the dry feeding and the fresh feeding.
Yeah.
So with dry feeding, we mean we are feeding with pellets, like the pellets you can see inside the troughs. With fresh feeding, we can cut fresh grass.
Yes.
We will eat a little, not to bring inside up here with a lot of water
Yeah.
that can cause bloating. So we just will eat a little for 2 to 1 day. If it is very hot, it can be 1 day.
Yeah.
If the day is not very hot, it can go up to 2 days. But what we do about that is not to bring and feed, fresh feed with a lot of water that can cause bloating. Bloating is a condition where you find the stomach is very engorged and it can swell with a lot of gases. So we prevent of that condition.
Yeah.
With dry feeding, we bring in dry matter,
Yes.
including pelts, hay, and what have you.
Now, there are certain do's and don'ts. What should a farmer not give the rabbits to eat? We already know what a farmer can give, but what should they not give a rabbit to eat?
So with rabbit farmers, they should take in note, it is a key taking note.
Yeah.
They should not give the following toxic plants. We have the Datura stramonium. They should not risk to pull out that weed from the garden.
Okay. And for those of us who don't speak science,
That is the Datura.
Yes.
It is in local language, Madudu. They should not bring out that.
Yeah.
So they should not bring Sulanam Kanam, Sodom apple. That in Tengu Tengu, they call it in local language. It is not fair to rabbits.
Not okay.
There is also the wandering Jew.
Uh-huh.
It is also a toxic plant to rabbits. A wandering Jew is known as an anda in local language. You know it. So it should not be brought inside here.
Yeah.
And the toxic all moldy feeds.
Yeah.
So they will often they have accumulations of aflatoxins. If the feed is moldy, don't feed it to rabbits. So you can have a lot of conditions out of feeding.
Yes.
Moldy feeds and toxic plants. There are a lot of varieties of toxic plants that can't be fed to rabbits.
Yes.
So a farmer needs to be very careful.
Very clear.
And they need the technical staff maybe to have a guidance.
So they must always have someone to guide them.
To guide them on how
Get
to feed.
Expert opinions before. Right. Okay. Now, and a very important thing that we just discussed is the food, but so is reproduction and breeding. What should I consider when I'm picking a breed for breeding and reproduction? What's important?
That is very amazing. So when picking a good breed for breeding, you need to consider a lot of things. First of all, what is the purpose of your breeding system?
Yeah.
You need to consider that first. Are you breeding for beef?
Yeah.
Are you breeding for study purposes? Are you breeding for, is it a breeding farm? Anyway, as it is here at Lutaya Farm.
Yes.
So you need to consider all that. But maturity of a buck, it is considered. You don't need to pick very mature bucks for breeding, so they will not perform.
Yeah.
You can take bucks and you fail the breeding. And you need to look at the size. Health status also.
Yes.
You don't need to take sick bucks for breeding.
For breeding.
You don't need. So, among others.
So, what are the best practices for caring for a pregnant rabbit?
So, like here, we bring it in double rooms.
The wider ones.
Yeah, this side is a bathroom where you can see, or you can say candling room.
Yeah.
The candling box is down. We prepare it, we give it more feed than any other rabbit. You can be giving it 130 grams every day,
While the others get 100.
while others get 100, such that it can, you know, all the kittens inside can get access to enough feed.
Yeah.
A rabbit has got a potential to eliminate and kill some kittens before birth in case you don't feed it well. Like rabbit and pigs, those animals that can do large numbers, and dogs, they have the ability to eliminate some in case it has a deficiency in feeding. So we monitor that too much, and water is maintained that drip at the farm.
It's very
It is
important.
supplied all the time.
Yeah.
They must be taking
They
water
must hydrate all the time.
and the clean water.
Now, how do I take care, now that the kits have arrived, how do I take care of them? What is the best way to make sure that they make it all the way to maturity?
Oh, that's right. So we must have farm attendants who are very vigilant.
Yeah.
That is why we have gotten all the recording system. We know when this doe went for breeding. We served it on this such a date. So we keep on tracing these does, meaning how many days, you know, the gestation period, 30 days. We always check and see the dates of candling, such that we can be seeing and open this outlet. In case it can candle, the rabbit has a tendency of plucking off this air
Yeah.
when it is going
Above
to give birth. But there are some that may not. So we need to mobilize up some cotton, and we cover up the bands at day 1 up to about 4 days. So that is part of raising up kittens for.
How to take care of them when they're just coming. Now we'll take a short commercial break, and when we return, it's a lot more on the Thai Rabbitry Farm. Rabbits are a gold mine waiting to be tapped. They require minimal space and are low maintenance, and the demand for rabbit meat and breeding stock is on the rise. So, the business bit of it. Let's look at the gold that we can get from these rabbits. How lucrative is rabbitry?
Oh, rabbitry is a venture where no one wouldn't miss in case you're a beginner or you are establishing something special to do in business.
Yeah.
Rabbitry being in white meat production, so which is the meat very commended for how healthy.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Rabbitry meat has gotten low cholesterol levels.
Yeah.
So, in other terms, it is medicinal. So, being a white meat, everybody would need to taste white meat.
Yeah.
It does not contain a lot of drug residues. We rarely treat these animals, rarely, too rarely.
They get sick.
They rarely to get sick. So, it is a manageable venture to invest in.
And everything is sellable on a rabbit.
Everything is sellable in rabbit.
Yes.
It is the skin.
The fur, yes.
The meat is soft. You go and taste the meat and it's how this white meat is.
I intend
yes.
on testing.
So
The
can
urine.
be, the urine is sold, manure is sold.
Yes, yes.
It can be taken care of the children.
It's a
As
pet.
the vets. it is a pet.
Yes.
It is a pet. So
The market is there.
market
so
is there.
It's good for business.
It is good for business, right? It is good for business.
I hear you.
And being a vet, you know, it is an animal that everyone would visit. And if you feel you have blood pressure,
It takes down your stress.
it pulls down the stresses because it has a funny behavior of, you know, it is a good pet animal.
It's a good one. So all in all, we need to keep the place clean. We need to make sure that we take care of the pregnant ones, and then make sure that when we are choosing bunnies to breed, we look at how old, how heavy, how healthy. So basically, like we would a human being. You know what I mean? Well, that's the expert opinion. Let's go and learn a little bit more about how pellets are made, shall we?
Yeah. If you need to improve the health of your rabbits, you need to probably clean this place.
Yes.
So it is where their feed is coming from. So you misbehave from this straw, from the mixing procedures, you will
won't
be out
end well.
of business. It won't end well. So this is a petting machine.
Yes.
We do make our pellets. We have a formula, like that is a low mixed feed. This is what we put on this machine as you will see after.
Yes.
And the pet comes out well. So it has helped us a lot at the farm. It is supporting us.
How much a day do you make?
We can go up to a ton every day, but we use less.
Yeah, of course.
We can have, now it is a ton now mixed,
Yes.
and it will pelt it out today. But we pelt out and we wait and we store and we put in store.
Yeah.
We have our storage room.
Okay.
Yes.
So after making the pellets, then you take them into the storage room.
Yes.
At the end of the day, there is a reliable and sustainable supply
Yes.
of feed, which is very important.
Yes.
Okay, let's power up this machine and see how this is done. So what are we looking at in here?
This is our second block. It is currently empty because we emptied the animals. We had a client recently who came and ordered all of them. So we are busy restocking now.
So at what stage do you bring them here? Or it's the same as the
At
others?
6 weeks.
At 6 weeks you get them in
Yes.
here, and then customers.
And the customer takes them usually at 3 months
At 3
old.
months, yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's nice. I meant to ask, how much for the caging?
A cage. The cage consists of 12 cells.
Okay.
And the 12 cells, you're going to find them at 500 Ugandan shillings.
Okay.
I think that's about maybe 150 or around 150 US dollars. Yes,
see, I
and we imported them from China.
From China.
Yeah.
And they're durable. So
They are very
in
durable.
the long run, it's cheaper to
It
have
is
this.
cheaper. It is cheaper, yeah, and it is worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't need a lot of maintenance.
Of course.
Yeah.
So for how long can you have these? 10 years?
This you can have it between 10 to 15 years.
15 years.
Yes, and that is after 10 years or 15 years, you are only going to do a bit of maintenance.
And
A
still
bit
keep
of
them
maintenance.
and have another 15 years.
Yes, because this plastic is very durable.
Yeah.
It's not easy to break.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what are your future prospects?
Our future plan is to have a battle
Yeah.
on the farm. That is slaughterhouse. We are busy with it. It's not yet completed. So we plan on establishing a butchery specifically for rabbit in Masaka town.
Nice.
Yes, only for rabbits.
Yeah.
And we have got already client restaurant in Masaka where we supply our rabbit. But we want to be able to, for end user or someone who want to eat meat, to have somewhere where you can just go, like the way they pick, the same way you go on the butcher
And get beef.
and get beef. So we are planning to set up a butchery. I mean, a butchery for rabbit meat.
Yes. Do you, maybe in the future, there are a group of people that don't make it to the butcher? They go, like, you know how we go to the supermarket and
Yes.
pick
What-
a pack
what-
of chicken? So will that be something?
Okay,
you
what we
consider?
plan to do is, we plan on having the slaughterhouse that we have. Once we are done with it, people will be able to order online.
And you do.
Then we do the delivery.
It's amazing.
Yes,
That's amazing.
yeah. And we have already sampled it and it works. You make a phone call or you send us a WhatsApp message, I need so cloth, then we do the delivery.
Until next time, keep sowing those seeds of gold, or at least keep trying to. Giving up simply isn't an option. Well, thank you so much for watching this show. Keep those comments coming in, hashtag NTV Seeds of Gold. No, they are just butchery playful. But now.